So somebody told me that in a Gweilo 60 video, he mentioned that I was forced out of China or kicked out of China. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know. I don't watch his videos. But I figured I would make it clear. I was not forced out of China. I was not kicked out of China. Actually, my visa is still active to China. So I guess I could return to China. It's not about could. It's about would. I wouldn't return to China. I wasn't kicked out of China. I wasn't forced to leave. I actually left during COVID when Donald Trump had said, it's better to leave. Because I knew that it would only get worse and worse and worse. See, here's the thing. I understand the communist government very well. I just seen it for so many years, experienced it, lived in it. I knew that it would only get tighter and tighter and tighter. I left before all the barcode scanning and all that bullshit, because I knew that was going to happen in all of China. So I booked a flight. My first flight was actually canceled. My next flight was to Taiwan. So I ended up flying from Taiwan to Chicago. Again, I just purchased the ticket off of Expedia, like anyone else. There was nothing abnormal. This idea that somehow I was kicked out of China, or that I was forced to leave, is just like hilarious. Nothing different, just left willingly, normal, and happy I did, because during this entire time that I've been in America, I've been living a normal life. Back in the swing of things, of making money, back in the swing of things of managing investments, back in the swing of things of going to restaurants, spending time with family. And my wife is here and has been here for quite a long time. And America is just better than China. And I know, that's going to piss people off to say that, but I made the correct decision to come back to America. America's not perfect. Neither is China. But to willingly give up your freedoms to stay in China, I'd rather be kicked in the nuts. I really would. I left China because I knew it was going to get worse. I knew that it wouldn't get any better. And again, I stand by that today, even a year later now. It's been over a year, which is kind of why I think it's funny that it would even be talked about, because it's been over a year. But no, I purchased my own plane ticket, left willingly. I had everything set up here in America from the beginning. I've always had a condo that I paid on, that I knew I could just return to at any time. As much as the dramatic story as I would like to tell people that I was kicked out of China, that they removed me from China for doing something, that they found my channel and they, unfortunately not, right? My channel is not really super popular. I made videos in China calling it a prison. They never kicked me out for that. I called Chinese people racist for complaining about Dolce & Gabbana. Never kicked me out for that. I think it's funny how you can look at my videos over the years that were made in China and put out in China, and then all of a sudden you think that I was kicked out of China. It's like, dude, I made some videos that definitely crossed the line. And then the idea that all of a sudden I got kicked out of China, that's embarrassingly funny. like I said, I just left on my own, took a flight, got tested for COVID, entering Taiwan, got tested for COVID, again entering America, Chicago. So all those rumors that people were saying, America didn't test, that's not true. Actually, I had to I wasn't allowed to leave my Chicago hotel room until I heard back 3 hours later that I was negative for COVID. So it was just normal. I just left. I went through customs. The guy asked me, looked at my visa and seen that I had a spousal visa and was like, hey, of course he spoke Chinese, which is surprising. It's really the first time I've ever had them speak to me. He asked me in Chinese, all your family is Chinese? And I said, yes, my wife. And he said, oh, cool, basically. Yeah. And that was it. Wasn't kicked out. Wasn't given any shade at the border. I wasn't followed by any oh my God, who's this guy? Nothing like that. Same thing for entering China. You got to consider, when I lived in China, we took 4 or 5 vacations a year. We entered China, left China probably 50 times at least, at very least. And never any issues. It's all bullshit. Was never kicked out of China. I'm sure I could re-enter China. It's just a choice. I don't want to. Why would I go to China when I could go to Japan or Thailand or any of those other countries? When you live in China for so long, it becomes boring. It just becomes the same. I have no desire to go back to China. And that's just the truth about it. So, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.